everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be an Empties video. I think it's been about 6 months since I've done one, so it means I'm overdue. As always, I tried to put them all in the box, but obviously it's overflowing by now. It's always like one or the other. I either don't have enough for a video, or then I have almost too many because I keep waiting for like that last little bit on like 10 different products to do the video. So let's get into it. There's going to be a little bit of a mix, hair care, skincare mostly, and then some makeup products, actually quite a few, more than usual. So let's do this. Let's start with some skincare because a lot of these are favorites of mine and I really want to talk about them. The first one is almost done, but I will not keep this for another 6 months. So this is the Bioderma Micellar water. Is very, very popular one. This is the one with the squishy top. I don't really care for it, to be honest. I've never, that's why it's open because I don't really use it. I went through a phase last year after my surgery where my skin was breaking out for no reason. Couldn't figure out why. Turns out it was my detergent. So moved past that, but for a while I had to try and use like really basic products to figure out what was happening. So I went back to this trusty makeup remover. I sometimes use it in the morning if I feel like I have too much left on my skin, but lately I was mostly just using water in the morning. But to remove my makeup, this is just really, really good. Removes waterproof products. Usually when I'm wearing like a full face of makeup from like filming a video, for example, I'll use this on eyes and lips to remove like excess of product, especially like lash glue and everything, and it just does a really great job. It doesn't burn my skin, doesn't burn my eyes, and it just removes everything. So overall, it's just a staple for me. I do have a backup, so once this run out, I will start using that. Adore it. It's a classic for a reason. Everyone loves it, I feel like. Next, actually, see, another makeup remover. This one, did not care for it. This is the Neogen Real Cica Micellar Cleansing Water. This half the time burned my eyes, but not the other half. So it made me really question my sanity because every time I would wonder, is it the mascara or what is it? I went through this struggle, the whole bottle, which lasted quite a bit of time. So I don't think I will repurchase. Like if I still found magically a bottle in a box or something, I would use it up, but I didn't really care for it. I feel like for the price, I would rather buy the Bioderma one. So not a bad product, just not my favorite. One that is a favorite of mine, actually, let's finish the makeup remover. I have one more. Definitely a favorite of mine. This is the DHC Deep Cleansing Oil. Wow. This is magical. It took me so long to try it because it's olive oil based and I have combination and very acne and clog prone skin. So even though I'm dehydrated, it's like the worst combo really. And I thought olive oil would mean like something too thick and it would break me out, and it really doesn't. It's actually very, very liquidy. There's like tiny amount left, so you might be able to tell. It's really not thick. And I just massage it on my dry face, add a bit of water until it emulsifies, it becomes kind of milky, and it removes everything. I did test other ones before I did crack and open a new bottle. And I feel like either my skin would get little bumps or they wouldn't remove everything as well as this one. So I'm just back to using this because I don't want to be without this. Absolutely worth it. It does last quite a bit of time. Usually what I do is like I'll start with this, like I was mentioning, to remove like the excess of like eye makeup and lip products, jump in the shower, use 2 pumps of this, removes everything. And lately I was skipping cleanser. I was just using this a second time, so 2 more pumps, and leaves my skin feeling clean but not squeaky clean, and just not dry but not overly oily. It's just, you know, when you're like, this is it. Well, this is it. Toner. Toner is one of those things that I tend to accumulate too many bottles that are halfway through and I just never finish them. So I made a point to try and, you know, not do this in the last 6 months. I finished one. Whoop whoop. The Innisfree Artichoke Layering Light Skin Toner. I love this like a lot. This is a very, very watery one. Is there a tiny bit left? Like it's straight up water. Like I was mentioning, my skin is very clog prone, but I'm very dehydrated too. And this is one of the only products that I feel like I can easily layer without having issues with. It's very moisturizing, hydrating, I should say. And it's based on artichoke extract, like instead of water. And then there's also hyaluronic acid and panthenol in it, which is just great hydrating ingredients. And it just really worked for me. I don't have a backup of this yet because I need to finish more of my stuff, but I did get the intense version, which I'm currently testing. I think if I have to choose right now, it's way too early, but like if I have to choose, I think I would get this one instead, but it's probably because we're going towards like spring, summer, so that might be the reasoning here. I can't wait to actually test it more during next winter, but yes, this was great. Would recommend, absolutely. I think I made it to my best of last year, the year before, 2018, I think. Awesome, recommend. Two beloved products. I feel like I'm going in like in order and I'm applying the products, so let's continue. COSRX. They do two of my all-time favorite products. These two, adore. I think those are my second, third bottles of these that I finish. Chemical exfoliator. My skin is such a big high maintenance baby. But AHA or glycolic acid really works for me really, really well. I did try their BHA version and my skin just wasn't happy. I got little bumps. But this is 7%, which sounds like it's intense if you don't know much about them, but this is like perfect. Doesn't make my cheeks too red, and it really, really helps with clogging that I was mentioning, and also the texture of my skin, and it's just awesome. Again, I think this is my second or third bottle at least that I finished. I already have a backup that I'm currently using. Don't want to be without this. It is actually quite affordable, and now COSRX is like easier and easier to find, so highly recommend this. Will just never be without this. I am currently testing other ones too, but so far this is still my favorite. So, oh, by the way, it's like a very, very watery consistency also. I just put it on a little cotton round and just do my thing, and it works really well. I'm really great with descriptions today. The next product is Holy Grail status. Never want to be without this for 5 seconds, and it is the COSRX, once again, Advanced Snail Mucin Power Essence. The texture is a little weird. I feel like everyone mentions it, but wow. It's one of those products that it's not underrated because everyone talks about it, I feel like, on the internet, but whenever you are the one using it, you're like, is it really doing much? And then you stop using it and you're like, how did I even think for a second that I did not need this in my life? So at this point, I've just accepted that I need to hoard this, because every time towards the end of the year when everyone is doing their like best skincare of the year type of thing, this always sells out for like 3 months. So you need backups. Definitely warning you right now. I have like 2 on the way, and like I just don't want to be without this ever again, because wow, so great. Some people mention that it's moisturizing. Not really. What it does for me is that I have to use it whenever I use a chemical exfoliator, because it really helps calm your skin. No more redness, especially on my cheeks whenever, you know, sometimes I overdo it a bit with the exfoliation. This just solves the whole issue. At this point, I've just accepted that I need this daily, and I just use it twice a day after I've used all my like moisturizing layers, like think essence, toners and everything, and it just helps everything absorb, which again, with my weird mix of combo skin and dehydration, sometimes products just stay on top and they're like, nah, not going in, and then I apply this and then it just sinks all in, and then I can go to my moisturizer and then sunscreen and apply my makeup, and everything is good to go. So I just will forever keep using this. Honestly, I can't imagine using something else. That is a huge statement, but it's true. It's just, this is it. I finished 2 moisturizers. Who am I? I used to have really dry skin whenever I was on birth control, and ever since I stopped, my skin has been going cuckoo, like breakouts and the oils, and I feel like every moisturizer breaks me out. So in the last couple of months / the whole year actually, I've been testing a lot of them, and I have finally found a couple that I do enjoy. And the first one is this one. This is the IUNIK Centella Calming Gel Cream. Scratch the cream, it's definitely a gel. I adore this. I have a backup for now that it's finally starting to get warmer, and it's one of the best daytime moisturizers that you can find if you have a combination to oily skin, or if you live somewhere really warm and humid and you can't apply anything to your face without it like melting, especially under makeup. This just absorbs really, really fast, and because it's made with Centella Asiatica leaf water and tea tree leaf water, it's really great to calm any acne you may have or redness without drying your skin. So it's just a very, very simple yet effective moisturizer for me, and it's also very affordable. I believe this is under $15, which is, again, huge thumbs up, and you get a good amount. It's like 60 millimeters. So yes, I already have a backup, so I mean, you know, we'll use this all spring, summer. And then something a little bit thicker, but not thick, because once again, my skin will not like it otherwise. And this is by Some By Me. I don't feel like I hear a lot of people talk about this line by them. You hear people talk about their like BHA, AHA, PHA line. But if you're looking for a very lightweight moisturizer, I would highly recommend this one. This is the Hydro Max Cream, and it has 7 different types of hyaluronic acid. That acid is really well known to keep water into your skin, to give you that plump, hydrated look. And because there's 7 different types in there, the particles are basically smaller and smaller to get deeper into the skin. And this just does wonders for me. It's kind of a like lotion consistency, so it's not super thick still, but I think during the spring, summer, once again, it's like perfect. During the winter, I did use it in the morning and it worked really well too, but yes, I already have a backup of that one too. Thumbs up, love it for sure. Let's go to makeup because I do have a surprising amount. The first thing, we may all cry together. I have a few backups, but at this point, I'm just admitting to myself that the whole universe hates me and everything I like gets discontinued or just so hard to get. And Lioele, this is their Beyond the Solution BB cream. Where the hell do you find this? Like, I literally want to have strong words with Lioele because where are your products? Have you actually officially discontinued this? I freaked out because I couldn't find it anywhere, so I ordered one place that I could find it, like 2 or 3 backups. So I'm okay for now, but I am dreading the moment that this is officially forever gone because this is the only BB cream that I've used like consistently for years and years, like at least 7 years. And I keep finishing whole tubes of this and continuing to love it when my skin was dry, when my skin was really oily, and now that it's like all over the place, it still works for me. It's medium coverage, incredibly natural. They only have 1 shade, which really, really sucks, but if it works for you, it just does, and magical. I do have things that are like similar, but nothing goes quite, nothing does it as well, I feel like this, so I'm gonna stop talking about it because I'm very sad, but yes, I have some backups, but one thing I'm almost done with, but again, I don't want to keep it for the next 6 months. I started using this again. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser Treatment Concealer. I'm using the shade Fair, which I feel like the range doesn't go that light. I'm actually wearing this right now, so it's not, I feel like, that light anyway. I do have a few of these that are like halfway through, so I need to actually use the same one and finish it, but this one should be done by the end of like next month or something. I thought this was more light coverage. I would say it's more medium. Like, I feel like on the screen right now, it should probably cover most of my dark circles, and I feel like cameras can be really unforgiving if you're not wearing like full coverage everything, and this is just my daily concealer lately. I really enjoy it. I don't really care for the sponge because it gets very, very gross. Usually I remove it eventually and just use it up that way, but I guess I didn't this time, so it's kind of gross, but I do really, really like it. Don't need to repurchase because, like I said, I have a few. I have a few brow products, which I have been trying to finish up my like 50 opened brow products. The first one is by LA Girl. They have amazing brow products. If you haven't tried them, I feel like LA Girl in general is kind of underrated. I feel so many of their products are really, really great. I love their blushes. They have great highlighters, and again, their brow products, amazing. This is the Shady Slim brow pencil, and this is the color Brunette. I have like 3 of the shades. Like last time I ordered some, I got like 3 shades so I could compare them because I can't find that brand in person, and Brunette is definitely the best one for me. You can't really see my brows right now. So my brows, this isn't what I used, but just to give you an idea of the brow color I do have. My hair is like brown, and like with the sunlight it looks a little warm, but then no sunlight it looks a little cool. So I feel like I'm struggling to find brow products that are not straight up orange or straight up black, and I feel like this is a really great color. I don't know if I have, oh, let me try to, oh wow, okay, so it hurts a bit to do it, but you can see that it's a really good brown color. It's dark brown, but it's not like straight up black, and there's definitely nothing left now. So yes, adore this, will repurchase. It obviously comes with a spoolie that now looks really gross, but yes, I will keep using this for sure. I already have a backup. Honestly, what we've learned in this video is that I'm kind of gross apparently with my makeup. So the next product, I have a tiny bit left, which, whew, my bangs, I've been struggling a little bit. I have to cut them myself, and I like don't really straighten them whenever I curl my hair. I have a little bit left in this one because I'm planning on doing a like best drugstore brow pencil, and this is going to be in there, so I need to have a little bit so I can do it for the video, but I have like the tiniest amount left, and this is by Maybelline. This is their Brow Precise Micro Pencil, and I don't know why they don't come with a name on them for silly reason, really. So I'm assuming this is going to be dark brown or brunette because it's usually what I get, and it's very, very sharp. I like that the formula is not too dry, not too, I have mushy in my head. This is so not the right word. Not liquidy, but like, you know, some of them like are too Sharpie-like whenever you use them because there's just too much product, too soft. There you go. Too soft, so they just put too much product on the brow and it's too easy to overdo it. I feel like this is very beginner friendly and obviously drugstore price, so I do really, really like it too. Would recommend, and I will just use up that little bit once I'm done with the video. One serum I did finish was by Dr. Jart. This is the Ceramidin Liquid Moisturizing Toner. This is really great. I feel like it's one of the thickest formula of like serum that works for me. And I would literally need like a drop or two. I only use this during the winter. It lasted me 2 winters, so definitely worth the little splurge. It's definitely not that expensive compared to a bunch of serums, but I feel like compared to a lot of products in this video that are all pretty affordable, this is a little bit more expensive. I do recommend checking out Yes Style. They often have sales and it's usually much cheaper than Sephora, so just heads up. But yes, adore this. Will most likely check it out again next winter, unless I find something else, because I'm always, you know, testing a million and one products. But this was great, definitely worth the hype. Lip balm. I finished a lip balm. I feel like I'm always impressed, but then I have probably one in every single one of my empties, so maybe I shouldn't be this impressed. I've just developed finally that skill where you don't lose them before finishing them, so yay me. This is by Nuxe, and everyone knows their Reve de Miel like pot lip balm, but this is the lip tube thingy version. And I actually got this for free. It came actually with the little jar, so I was like, why not? I tend to prefer the ones in jar, but this is really, really good. And I feel like I looked up the price and it's like under $10, which now I say that out loud, it sounds crazy, but like, because $10 is obviously expensive for a lip balm, but this is so freaking good. Not as thickly moisturizing as the jar, obviously, but on the go, this is just really great. Kind of still smells actually like a lemony honey type of thing. And yes, would definitely repurchase. If I see it actually with the jar, I will like buy 2 of those because so good. Yeah, impressive. You know how I was mentioning that I was trying to use very basic products because I was trying to figure out what was breaking me out, especially on my shoulders. It was really weird. So I had to slow down a lot on hair products, which I'm so happy I've been able to like come back and use more now. But one of the brands I was using during that time was this one, which is Aromatica. This is their volume lemongrass volume care shampoo, which it's like one of those like free of silicones, free of SLS, free of like everything. And I have a complicated relationship with this product. I know it doesn't break me out, which is great. I feel like my hair at first was not very clean when I would start using it, and eventually I felt like it was starting to be also a little drying, but I was just using shampoo, no conditioner, because again, I was trying to figure it out. I don't know. I now like it. I don't feel like it's moisturizing enough for my hair because it is pretty thick still, and you can see that it's like starting to be more normal really, but it was kind of dry for a while. So yeah, I would use it again, but I can't find it anywhere. So I have one backup. Once that is done, who knows what will happen. But yeah, not bad, but definitely not moisturizing enough as on its own at least. Dry shampoo, because obviously this is the best one. This is Batiste. This is the cherry one, which every time I'm trying to buy this specific one, it's sold out everywhere. So I do use other scents, but the cherry one is by far the best one. I tried a million and one of those pimple patches. The best ones are hands down the COSRX ones, the red one. The black one are fine, but I feel like every brand does those exact same ones. Like for example, is it Mucin? I can't remember. I think it's Mucin anyway. Like a bunch of brands do those and they do it well, so you can probably find something that is cheaper or just get more for the same price. But the red ones are the best for at night. I feel like they bring every pimple to a head or completely flattens them like literally overnight. I'm super impressed every time I use this. Like even when I get like deep under the skin cysts, I'll use like either like salicylic acid or something during the day, then slap up one of those at night, and like overnight pretty much it brings them to head, and I'm like always shocked. So yes, I've used a ridiculous amount of those, but I wanted to do this video because I really wanted to talk about this one. These are by far the most useless ones I've ever used. Those are from Peripera. They're the Kitten Spot Care Patch. What the actual what? These feels like a very not sticky like tape. Like it does nothing. You touch them and you're like, this is not going to work, and it obviously doesn't. So incredibly pointless. Do not waste your money. Don't. Just terrible. So I just wanted to include them here to complain about them. One thing I did like, Shiseido cotton, facial cotton. I always wonder why people spend so much money on these, and every time I start using them, I'm like, this is why, because these are just so soft and great. You just separate them in two, so it gives you two for the price of one. You do get like 165 in here, so it lasts you quite a bit of time, and yes, absolutely worth the money for sure. You know how I mentioned that clearly the universe hates me? Dr. Jar, why do you not love me? They reformulated my favorite sheet mask. This is the old formula. Absolutely adore them. I used to say that if I were made of money and could just, you know, bait in like sheet mask all day, every day, these would be the ones. But yes, they changed the ingredients, and I'm like 99% sure that I'm allergic to the new ones. I will probably test them. I should probably like test the formula like on the shoulder or something. So if it breaks me out there, I'll know not to put them on my face. But I'm like, you know, very sure they will. So yeah, sad moment. Funeral number 2 of this video. So I've been trying to find something else to use on my face because I do like a sheet mask. The best one that I've currently found is this one by, I can never remember. Is it Isntree? That brand. They have a great range of products, but I really adore this specific sheet mask. This is the Spot Saver Mugwort Gauze Mask. And wow, if you have acne prone skin, definitely recommend checking this out. You get like 10 in this box, and I feel like my skin is just so much better the next day. I use it like at night, go to bed, and then any pimple is like calmed down, the redness is gone. It's just, my skin is just more even. And if I could, I would definitely do one every single day because this is great. It's not as moisturizing as the Dr. Jar one, but they aren't really meant to be. But I do find it still quite hydrating. But yes, very calming if you have acne prone skin. Would check that range out. I'm actually planning on testing the serum just to see if that could replace, you know, doing sheet mask every day. Other than that, I just have 2 like micellar waters that I'm getting rid of. These were part of my worst beauty products of 2019. They just really do not work for me. So I will try to see if I have friends that want them, but I don't want them. So those are all the products that I finished in the last couple of months. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thumbs up, subscribe. I will be putting more videos on the screen that I recommend you check out, and I shall see you in my next video very soon. Bye.